Mystery Street is a 1950 film noir directed by John Sturges. After a skeleton is found half buried on the beach, a police officer, played by Ricardo Montalban, is assigned to the case. However, given that the victim is only a skeleton, and he has almost no other clues to help him, he decides to use a new type of method to solve this case: forensic science. Yes, when this film came out, forensic science was just being introduced into law enforcement, and this was the first film to use forensic science in it. Even the DVD I have says it's CSI Noir. Although the techniques in this film might seem a little bit crude by today's standards, the film holds up surprisingly well. It has a tightly written script with lots of interesting characters and lots of twists and turns that keep the audience guessing. The script was co-written by Richard Brooks, one of the best screenwriters who ever lived. Before this, he did work on The Killers, Brute Force, and Key Largo. He'd then go on to become a very successful writer-director with works like Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, Blackboard Jungle, and In Cold Blood on his resume, and also The Catered Affair, which, I reviewed earlier. The film portrays a grittiness that was not previously seen in noirs at this time. This elevates it above just a typical police procedural and makes it one of the best murder mysteries from the 50s. It doesn't feel like a Hollywood film from this time, and that's why I like it so much. This film was definitely ahead of its time in that sense. This is definitely due to Brooks' script and Sturges' direction. Sturges would go on to be one of the best action directors of all time. His future credits included The Magnificent Seven, Bad Day at Black Rock, and The Great Escape. There's lots of great scenes of suspense that make your heart pound the whole time. Even though this film was low budget, it never feels cheap because of all the stylish cinematography and brooding atmosphere. Of course, there's lots of shadows cascading through every scene, and they're just so beautiful. When I looked into this film and saw that master noir cinematographer John Alton shot this film, I wasn't surprised. Alton shot more great film noirs than anyone else. This is actually my second favorite work of his, my first being The Big Combo. The look of this film is amazing. You could put this film on mute and it'd still be entertaining by all the captivating shots. Ricardo Montalban gives what I think is the best performance of his career. Film historian and self-appointed czar of noir Eddie Muller always said that he thought Montalban should have played the Charlton Heston role in Touch of Evil. And after seeing this film, I couldn't agree more. Montalban gives an intense performance of a man trying to keep his cool in a twisted world of crime and deceit. Montalban talks to so many shady characters that it's hard for him to trust everything that's being said to him. I also love how Montalban's character isn't always the smartest guy in the room. Since forensic science is a new idea to him, he has to learn as he goes along. This humanizes him more to us because usually in these movies, police officers and detectives are borderline perfect and always know the right move to make. Here, that's not always the case. This makes him more interesting to me and makes me root for him more to solve the case. Not only that, but it's not too often you see Hispanic actors given parts this complex and interesting, let alone the lead of the film. Many B-noirs of this era have sadly been forgotten, and this is one that deserves to be remembered. So, if you're interested, I say give this one a watch.